And good morning, it's 7:04 on this Wednesday, June 9th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome on a Wednesday. Glad to have you with us. Our program live, spontaneous, and unrehearsed, and we welcome you. We welcome Bob McDonald this morning, President and Chief Executive Officer of Cedar Stone Bank. Bob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman. It's great to be with you.
Well, it's great to have you with us. And, of course, we talk about Cedar Stone Bank each Wednesday at this time with locations in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Donaldson. Simple banking, simply better. So I bet you got a lot for us this morning.
I tell you, it's been a busy week since we were last together. And let me first ask you, I know you're a big baseball fan. I know you're an SEC and Vandy fan, but do you watch at this time of year all the college baseball, the SEC tournament, and now the College World Series regionals and super regionals? Do you watch those games?
I watch some of them. If the Reds aren't playing, I probably watch them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect
baseball. I mean, it's very exciting baseball, and of course, you know, I enjoy watching the Vols, and of course, as you know, our two boys went to Ole Miss, so I like watching Ole Miss baseball, and I like watching Vanderbilt baseball. So there's a lot of teams that kind of catch my interest. I don't get to watch games as I would like, but I do like to keep up with them and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, yes, and I do too. And we've got a bunch of SEC teams that are going to be in the Super Regional, and there's going to be a lot of attention focused there this week. And Vanderbilt and Tennessee are two of them.
We've had several teams all year in the top 10, and you know, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Arkansas. I think LSU's been in there, so there's been a lot of SEC teams in the top 10 all year. So it ought to be interesting.
Well, you better watch Arkansas.
I know. They're tough.
Oh, and you better watch Bob McDonald, too. He'll sneak one past you every once in a while.
Never know. Never know. Well, you know, last Friday night was our Teacher of the Year program, Coleman, and as we've been talking the last few weeks, last Friday night was the 23rd annual, the 23rd consecutive Wilson County Teacher of the Year that Cedar Stone Bank has been proud co-sponsor with Wilson County Motors, our friends at WP, and it was a great night. And we had 32 Teachers of the Year recognized and their guests, and it was just a lovely evening. And the Teacher of the Year this year, the Wilson County Teacher of the Year, is Miss Katie Ingram, and she teaches at Barry Tatum Academy. Mm-hmm. And just a terrific lady, a terrific educator. She's passionate about what she does, and it was a great evening. And I know you're trying to get her on your show, but I'm looking forward to people getting to know her and for you to interview her.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It'll be coming up a little bit later on.
Yeah, but it was a great evening, and again, the purpose of the program is to recognize and honor teaching and teachers. And I think over 600, since we've been doing this 23 years now, over 600 teachers have come to our annual banquet, and we just like knowing that we're able to give these wonderful people the recognition and honor that they so deserve. And so I look forward to your having Katie on, and she'll be a great guest for you.
Well, I think the community owes a lot to you and WP, Cedar Stone, and Wilson County Motors for what you've done to continue this, because pretty much the two of you have done this and carried it on through thick or thin, and it's been a great 23 years.
Well, it has, and we couldn't do it with the support of so many people, especially Cumberland University and President Paul Stum. He supports us in so many ways by allowing us to be on campus and do that dinner there in Baird Chapel in Memorial Hall. And of course, Dr. Eric Cummings, he's the dean of the school that includes the education department, and he is who convenes a committee who makes the final selection. We don't know who the members of that committee are, but Dr. Cummings is always so kind to be a part of the program. So we couldn't do it without Dr. Stum and Dr. Cummins. We just really are thankful for them.
All right, before all time leaves this morning, you better talk a little bit about Cedarstone Bank.
Okay, well, let's do talk about that a little bit. But Coleman, when we like being involved in the community. We think it's part of our or it is part of our mission and part of our purpose and part of our duty. And so we enjoy being involved with all kinds of different programs, and Teacher of the Year being one of those. But let's talk about our Simply Free checking account. And that's been with us, Coleman, from the day we opened the bank, April of 2004. Free checking has been the benchmark of our bank, and it remains that way today. It's a great account, and it's free in every way, free checks. And if you still like to write checks, or if you want to do your banking electronically, you can do that too with ATMs or online banking or telephone banking. So it's got all the features of how you want to bank. And so we encourage your listeners who don't bank with us now to come by and let's visit. It'd be our pleasure to talk about simple banking.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us today. And, of course, locations in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson, Cedarstone Bank, Simple Banking, Simply Better. Bob, thank you so much.
Thanks, my friend. Have a good day.
Okay, we are 10 and a half minutes after the hour. This is the Wednesday we feature Cumberland University. Rusty Richardson is, he's just like the sun that comes up every morning. What is this, second Wednesday? Second Wednesday, you're always here. Good morning, Rusty.
Good morning, Coleman.
It is good to see you and the people you're going to be introducing here in a moment. Rusty, of course, Executive Director of Community Relations and External Affairs for Cumberland University. And really, it's great to have you here once a month and to find out if we didn't have this set up, we would have somebody here from time to time, but this is a regular thing to feature Cumberland once a month here on Coleman and Company, and I think you do a great job in providing guests and let us know what's happening there, and I think the whole community appreciates that.
Well, thanks, Coleman. It's always a pleasure to be here.
How you want to get started today?
Well, I'm going to turn the program over very quickly to my two guests this morning because they've got a big event coming up very quickly. I have with me Ms. Courtney Vick, the Senior Director of Alumni Relations for Cumberland, and also Mr. Dan McChurch. Dan has been a longtime supporter, as his family has been, of Cumberland University. His sons went to Cumberland, and they're here to talk about a very important event for the family and for the community, and that's the Tyler McChurch Memorial Golf Tournament. So I'm going to turn it over to them, and then we'll come back later with more information.
Okay, Courtney Vick, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Coleman.
And Dan McChurch, good morning to you.
Good to see you again.
So take it away.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll let Dan talk a lot about this, but of course, you all know we have the Tyler McChurch Memorial Golf Tournament and auction coming up on June 18th and 19th. So I'll let Dan talk a little bit about the golf tournament, and then I'll kind of talk about the auction that's coming up as well.
Thank you, Courtney. Coleman, good to see you again.
Thank you. You too.
This is our seventh year. We actually established a foundation in partnership with Cumberland University in 2014. And as a lot of people know, we lost our oldest son, Tyler, in 2013. And we wanted to do something to keep his memory alive and also give back to the community because the community has been so good to us. And so we established the Tyler McChurch Memorial Foundation, where we raise money through really one big event, which is the Tyler McChurch Memorial Golf Tournament and silent auction. So this is the seventh year for the golf tournament. We've got a full team of golfers, 152 golfers. It's at Pine Creek. It's on June 18th. We're done taking sponsorships. We're done taking teams. Now we just have to execute the tournament. Over the past years,
I look at the calendar, that's a week from Friday,
it's
right?
a week from Friday.
Okay. All right.
Yes, a week from Friday. And so we've raised almost $300,000. Had it not been for last year in COVID, which really put a damper on our silent auction, we would have hit over $300,000. But we're just shy of $300,000 raised in the 6 years that we have it. We'll be over $300,000 this year. And we take that money and we give it back to the community. We have scholarships available through Cumberland University. We give to the athletic department at Cumberland University. We've given over $50,000 to youth football in Wilson county. We've the last few years been giving to the Empower Me Center, and we've given them over $12,000. So we take that money and we give it back to what we think is worthy charitable type events and just for community enrichment to the kids of Wilson County.
Well, it's definitely been well received, and I think when people see what you do with money raised in a cause like this, they're more than happy to cooperate, and participate, and even sponsor. Right.
We had all our sponsorships filled before 1st of May, and we had the teams filled before 1st of April, and so the silent auction, which was coming back this year, which Courtney's going to talk about, is really a big piece of our fundraising.
Yeah.
And last year, just because of the economy and COVID, we didn't feel it was right to go to retailers and ask them to donate. So this year's a little bit different. And so the silent auction is back up and running, which Courtney's going to talk about.
All right. Well, but the golf tournament is filled. The sponsorships are filled.
Yep.
So 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. You're right.
Courtney, we want you to talk about this, but as you look here, it's about 7:15 and time for us to do a break. So we'll do that and come back and talk with Courtney Vick and other things about Cumberland here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:16. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, that regular oil change, it's only $24.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic. Here's Chuck.
Good morning. It's busy down through Mount Juliet right now, right on schedule actually on 40 westbound. All that traffic flow that's leaving Wilson County headed into Hermitage. There's a couple of wrecks out here. Charlotte Pike at OHB out on the west side that just happened. 2200 Blanca, Smith Springs Road on an accident. If you know anything about Smith Springs Road, you know how busy it can get, especially this time of the morning. Hey, Ripley's Aquarium, Sleep of the Sharks Family Edition is something the kids and the grandkids will love. Check it out at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies.com. I'm Commander Chuck, you're on time traffic.
The Farm Bureau Expo is your premier location for an event of any scale, making meeting in the middle easy and accessible for event planners and guests. The Expo proudly participates in the Tennessee Pledge to allow our guests to attend events with confidence. For booking details or to explore events to attend, visit farmbureauexpo.com or check out our Facebook page at Farm Bureau Expo. We look forward to seeing you at the Farm Bureau Expo in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Coleman and Company, welcome to our program. If you're just joining us, it is the Wednesday we feature Cumberland University. Rusty Richardson's here, Executive Director of Community Relations and External Affairs. And, of course, we got started with Rusty, and then we talked with Dan McChurch for the Tyler McChurch Memorial Golf Tournament. And now Courtney Vick is going to continue and tell us about, Courtney, by the way, Senior Director of Senior Director of Alumni Relations.
Yeah, I've been everything, Coleman. So really, I probably was the Senior Director of Memorial at one point.
Okay, you're going to tell us about a silent auction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Dan kind of parlayed me into this, but with having the golf tournament and then also having the auction. But the auction this year will be on Saturday, June 19th. So it's the day immediately following the golf tournament. And we'll be on the Lebanon Square in the southeast quadrant near Idy and Oscars. Really, it's going to be a family-friendly event. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll have food trucks out there. Of course, the auction will have a cash table, you know, if you want to stop by and kind of shop those tables that we have. We'll have an inflatable slide for the kids, and we'll have live music by some really talented performers. So really, there's a little something for everybody at this auction, but it's just going to be a fun event for people to be able to get together, kind of congregate again.
It is more than an auction, though.
It is, yes, sir. Yeah, it's a full-fledged event. So, and we're really partnering with the square merchants and the people on the square. So we want people to support their businesses while also, helping support kind of our mission of what Dan said about, raising funds for scholarships, raising funds for youth sports, for Cumberland sports and athletics, and Empower Me. So it's going to be a big event, and we're excited about it. So it's the first time we've really been on the square to do this.
Do you have any particular items you want to mention that maybe would be of special interest?
Yeah, definitely. So we've got gift cards, we've got items for the home, we've got tickets to the Nashville Soccer Club, we've got several baskets. There's a Vera Bradley basket. We have a ton of quilts, beautiful quilts. So we've got some great items. A lot from like local stores. So we're happy to support them, and we're so grateful and thankful that they supported us for this auction.
Okay, is that it for the auction then, pretty much?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I know we've got more to talk about, but Dan, do you set a monetary goal each year to raise from all of this?
Well, we have some goals, and the first 5 years we were exceeding those goals, and we pride ourselves on having really a top shelf type event, and so we've been making between $40,000 and $65,000 off the tournament and silent auction. Last year our goal was basically just to hold it, and we made $28,000, which we gave back to youth football, Cumberland, and Empower Me. This year, as this tournament matures, we want to make sure that we are particular in who we give to and how much we give. So we don't really set goals. If we make 30, 40,000, we're going to turn around and give that all back.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Rusty, back to you. There's some more things to talk about this morning.
Well, I've got one more thing I'm going to ask Courtney to talk about, and that's a big event coming up on June 29th, which will be a special interest for you, Coleman, because of your affinity to a certain professional baseball team.
Yeah, we hope you can join us for this. So I think a lot of people already know about this because I've seen it, break with several news sources. But Coach Hunt, Woody Hunt, who has been at Cumberland for decades, is being honored at the Cincinnati Reds versus San Diego Padres game on June 29th. It's a Tuesday. And we are taking a huge group up from Cumberland, and that's faculty and staff, that's administration, that's alumni. So we're going up on Tuesday, and we've got a room block at the Graduate Hotel in Cincinnati, which if you've ever stayed at the Graduate Hotel, it's a phenomenal hotel. It's so cool that they tie in local culture and history with the hotels. So, and they're all over the place. But we are going up to support Coach Hunt because he's throwing out the first pitch and being honored as the hometown hero at that game. So we're super proud of him. Such an awesome man. But yeah, if you're interested in going, please reach out to me. You can contact me at either 615-547-1332. We've got several sections available, so you can purchase tickets if you are interested in going, or you can email me at C as in Courtney, Vick, V-I-C-K, at cumberland.edu. But we really want to show up for Coach Hunt and have a huge crowd. And right now, I think we do. We have a large crowd of alumni that are planning to show up, not only from Tennessee, but from Ohio, Kentucky, the surrounding area. So we're excited.
Don't you know, when he throws that first pitch, everybody that is part of your contingent is going to come out with a great big roar and applause. That'll be great.
Well, the people that I've been talking to with the Reds organization, they were just so excited to meet Coach Hunt. So his legacy really, lives on not only at Cumberland, but outside of Cumberland as well.
Yeah, and I know that Coach Hunt's been a Cincinnati Reds fan for a long time. He and I have talked about that a little bit, too.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like a great thing, and that is on Tuesday the 29th. When are you leaving?
We're leaving on Tuesday. So, and we've got the hotel block at the Graduate Cincinnati that Tuesday evening, and then kind of plans are to come back on Wednesday. So,
got it. Okay.
Yeah, you should join us.
All right. Well, so much has been wrapped around Coach Hunt this year. It's his last year as a coach and everything, and now even being more honored by the Cincinnati Reds. That's great. Back to you, Rusty.
Okay, thanks, Coleman. And Coach Hunt's still very active. He's got a baseball camp going on right now. So in the dining hall yesterday, there was Coach Hunt and what seemed like 1,000 young men out there, and maybe young women too, out there learning how to play baseball. So Coach Hunt's still a very strong force at Cumberland University. This summer, we've got lots of other things going on. We talked last month about all the construction projects. Every building on campus is having something done to it. And just there's so much going on to update the campus, get ready for the fall semester. From a physical standpoint, it's exciting to watch. And of course, the admissions department recruitment is now trying to replace all the people that graduated that first weekend in May. So they're very busy doing recruitment. And the numbers coming in look very strong. Of course, the president set a goal for this coming year that will start with 3,000 students in the fall, which is almost 300 more than we had last year. So it's an ambitious goal, but they're working very hard for that. And part of what we've gotten a lot of great press on is how we're trying to keep college affordable for students. We've got, of course, we've talked a lot in the past about the Tennessee Promise Program, which is a state program. We've also come out now with the Phoenix Promise and the Cumberland Promise, and we realize the names are so similar, people can get very easily confused between all those. So just want to spend a minute, a short minute, talking about the difference. Tennessee Promise, of course, is for a student to come tuition-free for the first 2 years, tuition-free, as I mentioned. Once they get their associate's degree, if they stay at Cumberland, then they're eligible for the Phoenix Promise, which is really a continuation of Tennessee Promise. It provides up to free tuition. There are some parameters they need to qualify for that. They have to finish their 2-year degree with a certain GPA, which is a 2.75. Deals with the estimated family contribution, so there is a financial need aspect. But if they qualify, it means literally they could come to Cumberland for 4 years tuition free between the Tennessee Promise and the Phoenix Promise. For other students, we also have the Cumberland Promise, which is not based on geography. It doesn't have to be, the student doesn't have to be a Tennessee resident. So that really helps encourage students from other schools that have finished an associate's degree to come get their bachelor's at Cumberland. There are some differences on that. There's also a GPA requirement that's not based on financial need like the Phoenix Promise. So, and again, we realize it can be very confusing to listeners when they hear all these things, all the 3 promises in a row. It's a lot of promises. But simply if they call the university, talk to admissions, they can walk them through every step of that and see what a student may qualify for.
Well, I think I understood it, so it's not too complicated.
Okay. Well, we tried to dumb it down, but no, that. We also have lots of other things coming up this summer. Courtney's already mentioned the Woody Hunt event. Tomorrow and next Thursday, weather permitting, Music on Main at the First Baptist Church, a free music concert. That's been supported by CUCAC, the Cumberland University Community Arts Council. Just a week and a half now, we have Camp Fame, Fine Arts Matter in Education. That's our first arts camp for students in Wilson County. We have about 175 students signed up for that camp, and they go in one of 4 mini camps. They do either theater, fine art, dance, or band. So we're excited for that. That's going to be a lot of activity there on campus that week. There's also a showcase event on June 26th where they get to show off everything they've done that week. And there'll be more information coming out on that, available on the website and in the local papers. Patrons Party's coming up on July 10th at the home of Denise and Lynette Moore. Always a great event. There are still some tickets available, but they're going quick. If people are interested in getting tickets for that, go to phoenixball.com, since it is associated with the Phoenix Ball. And then the Phoenix Ball coming up on August 7th. The good news and bad news is we're sold out. That's both good and bad news. If you don't have your tickets yet, we do have a waiting list, but we're completely sold out for the ball on August 7th.
All right, we got a minute and a half here, and it's just been quite an informative program this morning, but it does show that there's a lot going on, even in the summertime at Cumberland University. Dan McChurch, it's really good to see you today, and appreciate what the McChurch foundation does in giving back to the community. And again, your golf tournament is all spoken for, but the silent auction is the big thing on the next day. And Courtney has told us all about that, but you're looking forward to that, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I guess that about does it. Rusty, another good program this morning.
Well, thanks. One last thing,
All
just
right.
give people an early heads up. In October, we're going to have a new event at Cumberland called the Cordell Hall Peace Forum. Cordell Hall is a graduate of Cumberland University, Nobel Peace Prize winner, longest-serving Secretary of State in U.S. history, and it's the 150th anniversary of his birth. So we're going to do a special event throughout that month honoring Cordell Hall, his contributions, and one of the speakers we're going to have that month is former Vice President Al Gore. He's
How
going
about
to come
that?
to campus.
And what month is that?
It's in October.
In October. All right. Well, that's great to hear too. We've got time to talk more about that as you come back.
You'll hear a lot more about that.
All right.
in
Well,
the,
we'll see
next
you
several
next
months.
month.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Dan, good to have you. Courtney, thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
And
Coleman.
Rusty, we always appreciate you. And that is part one of Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more. FM 98.9.
And it's 7:31. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota. They have Red Max, complete inventory, weed eaters, blowers, hedge trimmers for the commercial user and homeowner with up to a 4-year warranty. 1506 West Main. Now at traffic. Here's Chuck.
Good morning. The police gathered up on the scene of that wreck at Charlotte Pike at OHB out on the west side. THB remains on the scene of that FedEx truck that crashed inside Humphreys County this morning, causing some big backups on 40 westbound. It's going to be at the 140 mile marker. You're definitely going to see this crash if you're traveling down I-40 towards Jackson, Tennessee. True Friends Moving Company is now hiring. Call them at 240-2811. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
This is Bob McDonald with Cedarstone Bank. For 17 years now, we've been serving our communities in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Donaldson. We can serve you in the way that best fits your needs. We have all the banking technology, we have beautiful buildings, but more importantly, we have great people. On behalf of our board of directors, I thank you for banking with us. If you don't currently bank with us, please come by and visit us in any of our locations. It would be our pleasure to talk with you about how simple banking is simply better.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
She's taken care of you your whole life. Now it's your turn to take care of her. But with a family of your own and other responsibilities, there just aren't enough hours in the day. That's why it might be time to call the Pavilion Senior Living. From bathing, dressing, housekeeping, and meals, the Pavilion Senior Living is committed to being senior living you can trust for your loved one. Find out more at pavilionseniorliving.com or call 444-5556. That's 444-5556.
Showers and storms are in the forecast today. A few of these storms could produce damaging winds, so stay weather aware. Temperatures this afternoon will top out near 80 degrees. On Thursday, more showers and storms will be moving through the area with highs in the low 80s. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's Look at Your Forecast. I'm meteorologist T.J. Scott.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us and welcome to part two here on a Wednesday morning. We've got Philip Etherly here to talk about Absolute Rental and Supply, and good morning to you.
Morning, Coleman. How are
Is
you?
it raining out there?
It is raining.
Does it rain everywhere?
A couple of good showers.
Yeah, I didn't have to open my umbrella when I got out this morning, but I did bring it along just in case. Well, Absolute Rental and Supply, located on West Main Street, 1325 West Main. Been there now for 20 years. You've got a celebration planned.
You know, we're probably going to do something in the fall. We normally always try to do a customer appreciation day in the fall, and we're probably just going to try to tie that in with the 20-year celebration.
Well, anyway, I can draw a line through the 19 and write 20.
Exactly.
You've been in business 20 years now, and it's been a good 20 years, hasn't it?
It really has. We've been very blessed. You know, there's a lot of people that's helped out. You know, our family's been deeply involved in it, so it's been a great situation for us, and we've enjoyed it. I was just talking to Jeff outside. You know, every morning when I wake up, I can't wait to get down there. So that's a good thing when you can say that about your job.
Oh, absolutely. And you've had a number of people who have worked with you, but some from some pretty extended periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got anybody that's been there from the beginning?
No, nobody from the beginning. No.
Only you.
Maybe but Josh, my one son, who was probably about 5 then, but he's but anyway, no, it's actually he'd be 3 then. But anyway, no, not had anybody. I think our longest guy now is about 10 years.
Yeah.
And so, but it's been a very good, and like I said, I'm very blessed to have had some real key employees and people. It's what we always shoot for when I'm looking at hiring someone. I want someone to have some kind of experience in the construction or the remodeling. I want them to be able to talk to and communicate to that customer and make sure they know what they're talking about.
Well, one of the things we always try to communicate here each Wednesday is your phone number, 615-443-RENT, R-E-N-T, 443-RENT, and you can call and reserve what you need, find out if it's available, and all that good stuff. But your phone stays pretty busy, doesn't it?
Yeah, we stay very busy. Our phones are ringing constantly, and that's what we like. Because, like I was alluding to there, we really want to make sure the people get the right equipment to do their job in the most efficient manner.
Well, that's kind of been the whole theme of you. But that way, you benefit, they benefit. It's a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, there's going to be a piece of equipment that has something bad happen. But you want that to be few and far between.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the big thing going right now?
Like I say, the earth moving equipment is always staying busy, and now due to this rain and the rain every other day is kind of slow that deal down a lot. One thing I don't know we've talked about a lot, and talking with Jeff outside here a minute ago, I realized, we don't talk about a lot of our equipment that's kind of based for some of the commercial applications here in Lebanon. We have scissor lifts, we have reach fork lifts, we have aerial boom lifts that a lot of these companies here in Lebanon utilize and need. And I don't know if we've ever really talked about that. We talk about the homeowner and the small general contractor a lot, but we try to have some equipment. We're not going to get into the high specialty cranes and all that kind of stuff that a lot of plants may need, but we have a lot of the basic equipment that they may need.
Well, you can go to the website, absoluterental.com. You can see, I think you've got everything that's available there.
Everything that's in our inventory is on that website.
And the rental prices available.
The rental prices are available on that as well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, you decide what you want, and you need to know if it's available. To reserve it, you call 443-RENT, and go from there.
Exactly. Yep.
But again, as it is with anything, sometimes you can't help but wait to the last minute, and if you do, you're going to accommodate them if you can.
Mm-hmm.
But it helps everybody if you can think ahead and call ahead and reserve it ahead of time.
Exactly, especially on a situation like that. We're going to have a rainy week like they're projecting for this week and all. You can bet after about 2 to 3 days, everybody's going to be calling, wanting some kind of earth moving equipment that's going to kind of get their job done. So when you know that kind of rush is coming, it's best to call ahead. And we can normally always fit people in. We can make it work and all that. But don't call us on Saturday morning and say, "Hey, I need a Bobcat today." Most of the time that doesn't work. Anyway.
Well, you can only do so much.
Exactly.
Again, 443-RENT is a phone number. You've been there now for 20 years, and 20 years is you've seen a lot of water under the dam.
Yes, sir.
Anything new that you've got or looking for?
Not that I can think of just right offhand. I do want to mention the delivery. It's a huge asset of our operations. For the homeowner who may not have the proper size vehicle to tow the equipment, and also for the convenience to the general contractor to just call and say, "Hey, I need it there at this time this morning. Come pick it up this time tomorrow."
And knowing you, I'll bet you do your very best to be very prompt about that. If you say 7 o'clock, you're going to have it at 7 o'clock.
My goal, I tell our guys, I want to be there 10 to 15 minutes early, and to make sure that those people are not waiting on us. A lot of times it's, we get into a little situation where, people, just drop it off.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, there's got to be someone there to sign for it and someone for us to go over operations with. And sometimes that's a little aggravating to customers, but, we've got to have the protection. We want to make sure they know how to run it.
You've got your reasons.
We've got our reasons. Exactly.
You have a reason.
Yeah.
You even have a reason for getting up every day.
Exactly.
To go to work.
Yeah. But
Philip, we appreciate you, and you make our Wednesdays more desirable or whatever, more wonderful.
There you go.
Well, thanks so much, and have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, Philip Etherly, Absolute Rental Supply, 1325 West Main, and again, the phone number 615-443-RENT. We're 21 before the hour. I have asked Melanie Mentor with the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce to come and be with us today. President, CEO, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you,
And
Coleman.
how are you?
I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm doing well. I tell you what, you got more notes around your microphone than I have around mine. You really got them spread out. You got a lot to talk about.
Coleman, you know I always have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
so that's why I have to bring special guests with me all the time because people like to hear other people.
We are glad to see you today, and I know we have a lot to talk about, so I guess we better get going.
Well, we can. First, I would like to introduce to you Jeffrey Peterson. He is with Novomet and Specialty Motors, but I'm going to have him tell you a little bit about what he does. But he is our new chairman of the board. So it is June, and we have a few months left before we roll over again. But we wanted him to be on today, and he's going to talk a little bit about how we're going to be partnering next weekend with NASCAR. So,
all right, Jeffrey Peterson, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Welcome to our program.
Thank you so much. It's such a privilege to be on your show with all the years that you've been doing this and serving this community.
Well, you know what I say, flattery will get you everywhere. Oh, no, thank you. I appreciate that. But you kind of have become chairman of the board here in an emergency situation, didn't you?
Yeah, I can thank my friend Jay Hinesley for talking me into taking this position and then leaving early, so I didn't have my full training period, as they say, as a year of vice chair. But Melanie and the crew have been fantastic, and Jay was great before he left, so we think it's been a good transition. The timing's actually been very good with COVID letting up and our vaccination rates going up. As a chamber, we feel like we've been able to safely open up and start doing live events again and bringing people together in the business and community to network and get together, which is what the chamber does so well for our community.
Right. Well, what is your business?
Well, I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur, Coleman. I was privileged to find this community back in 2013. I've been in Middle Tennessee since 1993. I married a Tennessee girl who talked me into coming and trying it out for 3 years back in 1993, and I fell in love with Tennessee and been here ever since. We have a business called Novomet Specialty Products. It's a 40-year-old processing company that processes high-tech metal powders. So we bring in metal powders that are produced and processed in different parts of the world. Some of them come to us from Canada. Some of them come from Wales. Some of them come from over in Japan. We do more processing, and we sell those powders all over the world. They're active ingredients in things like electronics products. They make these phones smaller because they're the active ingredients in gaskets that provide EMI shielding and that sort of thing. And we provide materials that go into catalytic converters that make your cars not pollute as much. So they're all very special products. They start with metal powders, and we have specialized processing equipment there where we can make oxides, we can make flakes of different sizes and aspect ratios that go into these silicone gaskets or go into catalytic converter mixes. They go into all sorts of different parts that are metal injection molded into little tiny pieces that make fuel injection or medical equipment, all sorts of things. It's a high-tech materials process. So that's Novomet.
Well, how many people do you employ?
Well, we employ about 35.
Okay.
And the interesting story about this, Coleman, might be this is a 40-year-old company started in New Jersey. I acquired it back in 2010, and shortly after acquired it, saw the many benefits of being in Tennessee, where I'm from now, and introduced my friends up in New Jersey that were running the company to Tennessee, brought them down, and we moved the entire company here in 2013. So we had 15 families moved down from New Jersey. They have been in this community, been a part of it. They have loved it. Nobody has gone back to New Jersey, not a one.
Great story.
Yeah, it's great. We purchased the old Toshiba facility, which was dead empty at the time, and the city was super welcoming. The people in the community were welcoming. We've developed that, and now there's 11 different companies operating in that 500,000 square feet of the Toshiba Center.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of activity there, a lot of jobs there, and we're proud to be a part of this community and be a part of that. And I'm really proud to be able to serve the community through the chamber and be able to put our energy into helping them.
Well, you're going to tell us about the race coming up?
We've got a race event coming up, 2 of them this summer. The first one is we'll focus on today. You know, we are welcoming back NASCAR into Wilson County.
Yes.
We're very excited about that. I'm sure you've had guests on talking about it.
We've talked some. We got more coming up.
You know, they are sold out for Sunday already. But what we are offering is a chamber networking event on Friday night, and we're going to have a little tailgate. Melanie's telling me she's going to cook hot dogs and make a nice little tailgate there, and we'll start that about 4 o'clock on Friday the 18th, and enjoy our company and enjoy everybody getting together, and then we'll go into the truck race. It's a fairly low-cost event, so a great way to introduce people to the Speedway being back, and really it's the first race in Wilson County. It will be the truck race on that Friday night, first race in like 15 years.
Right. Yep.
So we're really proud to be a part of that, to support that, and if people will buy their tickets, we're going to send out a flyer today, and it's going to tell you how to buy tickets, and a little bit of that money from the tickets is being donated back to the chamber. So you can go enjoy the networking, enjoy the picnic, enjoy the race, and support your chamber at the same time.
All right, that's good. It's time for us to take a break, and we'll talk more with Jeffrey and Melanie in a moment here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:46, so see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. It's $49.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check too. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic still moving right along at this point here on 65 down through Madison. Now, don't get me wrong, it's busy with that traffic flow now coming past Briley Parkway. Traffic's on the increase even more on 24 out through the Hickory Hollow area. Just a few more minutes on that earlier wreck out on the west side at Charlotte Pike and OHB. Still a lot of traffic on I-40 coming through Kingston Springs out of Dixon County. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken is now open inside the Assembly Food Hall near the National Museum of African American Music on Broadway. You can always order online at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Philip Etherly with Absolute Rental and Supply. Whether it's cleaning, painting, remodeling, or simply getting better organized, we have the tools and equipment to get the job done. Scaffolding, paint sprayers, ladders, power saws, portable heaters, temporary lighting, generators, hardwood floor staplers, from wallpaper steamers to bulldozers, Absolute Rental has what you need. Call 615-443-RENT. Absolute Rental and Supply. We have what you need.
Hey Lebanon, what's for dinner? If you find yourself asking or answering this question often, you're in luck because I have the answer for you. The Edge Food and Drink at Lebanon Country Club is now open. The newly remodeled restaurant is open to the public Tuesday through Sunday and is the newest gathering place for lunch, dinner, or watching your favorite teams. Follow The Edge Lebanon on Facebook and Instagram to see weekly food and drink specials and live music lineups. Check them out online at theedgelebanon.com. See y'all there.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on this Wednesday. We hope it's going to be a wonderful Wednesday for you, and it is for us to have Melanie Mentor here with the Chamber of Commerce, along with Jeff Peterson. And our first, Jeff, is this your first time in the radio station here?
It is my first time on radio and in the radio station, Coleman.
Well, you're sounding great, and it's really our pleasure to meet you this morning. And what you've done here, I think, with NovaMet is outstanding. Now, you were telling me during the break here that you've gone how long without an accident?
I'd like to give a shout out to my crew at NovaMet, some of which may be listening this morning, most of which are probably working. But they've gone, we're really proud of the fact that in May 11, we celebrated 20 years without a lost time accident. And for a manufacturing company, we're very proud of that, for having 35 employees. Our first responsibility, I think, as owners of businesses is to make sure our people are safe when they come in and do their job and make the products. And we just have a great crew that focuses on that. 20 years without a lost time accident. Congratulations, Ralph and the crew.
Melanie, we've got a lot of ground to cover this morning, so I'm going to kind of let you pick and choose here.
We do. But, it's all good. I'm really it's a pleasure to work with Jeff. He has been great, and he said he only got half of his training, but he was well trained before coming in, as you could tell. But we're really excited to have someone as chairman of the board that has a company or many companies. I shouldn't say just one. He'll tell you they're everywhere. But we were just so thankful to have him and for people to be able to listen to his story. And that's kind of a shout out to all the manufacturing, distribution, all the industry sectors that we have in Wilson County. And we, as an economic development committee and division, go to some of these places and you know, we take a look at them and we tour them. And so we would love at any time for anyone to let us know if there is a place that they would like to tour or be a part of, and we can make sure that our economic development division can get them out there. We would love to share that with the community. Just a few things now. Just a few. We'll go over our calendar of events because, like Jess said, we're getting back out and we want people to see us and we want people to know that they're invited and we can all network. So June 9th, which is today, ribbon cutting ceremony at Public Square Marketplace. So we're very happy to have them on the square. They're over on the side by Demeter's Commons, and they have a great marketplace. They have different vendors inside their store, and so we're very excited to do a ribbon cutting there today for the people to enjoy the inside. If they have never been, this is the time to do it. It's time to support your small businesses. So definitely come to that ribbon cutting today, and it is at 11 o'clock. And then today we also have our Government Relations Division, and that is, of course, our division vice chair of that is Rusty Richardson from Cumberland University. So we're excited for him to be a part of government relations, and that will be from 12 to 1, and that is at the Chamber building. Our membership meets today as well from 12 to 1, and then tomorrow, June 10th, is our second business after hours this year that we've had. So that has been opened up to everyone. So it is with Vista Points, and this is going to be really intriguing to you. You might want to come to this one, Coleman. It is from 5 to 7 tomorrow night at Cherokee Steakhouse Marina Campground. So over at Cherokee Steakhouse. So that's going to be a fun one. We're really excited to partner with Vista Points on that. So we hope to see a lot of people there. If you are a member of the Chamber, we will be doing the Chamber pot, and the pot is up to $525.
$525.
$525.
Yeah.
So if your name is called, you have a chance to get some money back for supporting the Chamber all these years.
You don't ever let anybody know if their name was called and they weren't there, do you?
Absolutely, we do. There's always somebody there that knows somebody, and so they just pick up their cell phone and say, "Do you realize that you just lost?"
Well, I don't guess mine's been called. Nobody's told me.
You know, usually it happens once a year.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. It really does. So usually it's just an odd thing, but typically it's just a drawing of all of our members. We have over 1,200 members, and so it's a drawing. And if you happen to be there, and that's why they're usually pretty large events, because it's always a good way to get to know the people and network, but also you get a chance for that money. So that's good. We have, of course, all of our divisions meetings meet every month. On a certain date. So if you are not involved in the Chamber and you would like to be, please contact us, because we would love for you to be a part of our divisions, whether it's education, special events, economic development, government relations, membership, ambassador, sports council. So we can keep going, but we would love for anyone to call us for more information on that. I do want to speak briefly also about our Friday Five. I think we've talked about that before on the show, but definitely the Friday Five is in our newsletter and on social media. So for those of you who have not liked our Facebook page, please go on and please share all of the things that we have to share for the community. But one of the things that we do on Friday Five is we highlight 5 businesses. And this Friday Five during the month of June is for Father's Day. And so everything on that we're going to be promoting is has something to do with the father. So we have Fire Pit Art that we're promoting. We have Hot Spring Spas of Music City. I'm sure some dad would love a hot tub. What do you think, Jeff? Seven Cedars Butcher Block, Sports Village Fitness, And then Lebanon Golf and Country Club, they have actually even a new restaurant out there, The Edge, food and drink. So we encourage people to go out to those locations and join us in celebrating them and being a part of Lebanon. All you have to do, we do a giveaway, actually from the Chamber. It's a $50 giveaway. It is like our sponsor, like all 5 businesses, and tag 3 friends on the Chamber's post, and that's a way to win $50. Do want to thank Robin and Dave Willis with Ravenflight Media for being a part and sponsoring our June event. So,
all right, you've got more. I saw your calendar of events on Facebook, and I mean it's just one after the other. You've got ribbon cuttings and all the different, I don't know how many different events there. And I think about every day you take the one off from yesterday and add 2 or 3 more.
You know, that's what it seems like a lot, Coleman. So I'm glad that you're watching the newsletter, and we hope that everyone does. And we're wanting to ask you that if you are a member to please do open the newsletter. I mean, you'll be quite surprised that there's a lot to do around town, a lot of information about our businesses, but also definitely things to do in town. I do want to mention today, tomorrow, so we have one day left before our 11 to 1 series, music series. Yeah. So hopefully it won't rain, fingers crossed. But we
had to post. I guess it was postponed, canceled last week.
It was canceled last week, so unfortunately we can't pull that off every week and then move it to a different day. But we have 2 more. So Music on Main, performance by Ava Page, and it is from 11 to 1. And it's on the First Baptist Lawn. And then Southern Sliders, Fries, and More is actually going to be on location, and that is Heather Sadler Gallagher and her husband. So we're excited to have them. They're a food truck, and they will be there again from 11 to 1. This is a partnership between, of course, Hawk Specialty, City of Lebanon, Ravenflight Web and Media, Historic Lebanon, First Baptist Church for allowing us to use their lawn, the Cumberland University Community Arts Council, and the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. Collaborative effort there.
Collaborative effort.
I can tell the Chamber's been very, very busy, and they've been out. You mentioned the Edge. We just did a ribbon cutting there last week. We did, 4 or 5 events last week? 4 or 5 this. It's every week, it seems. We did a tennis tournament just 2 weeks ago, first one ever for the Chamber. We're going to do that next year. Shout out to Cumberland for letting us host it there, and Thiago, the coach. Great group.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're probably getting to go to a few more events now that you're chairman of the board.
I am. I'm enjoying it.
Not that you haven't been active before, but it's almost a requirement now.
Yeah, it's really a great way to get out and enjoy the community and help promote the benefits that the Chamber provides. If anybody wants a ribbon cutting or a business after hours, contact the Chamber, because they are scheduling these all the time, and they're very successful, bring out a lot of business people, gives your business a lot of promotion.
Yeah, and of course, for the last up to a year and a half, it's we've been a little bit more secluded, if we want to say it that way. Things are opening up now, and people are enjoying getting out and doing the things we were doing before, and business after hours and other things like that are certainly part of that.
That's right, and that's why we're so happy to be back. And we were looking the other day, and we had scheduled in 1 month 8 ribbon cuttings. So I mean, it's something that's completely changed from 2020, not changed from the past really. Right. But people are really excited to be a part of small businesses. Everything they went through during 2020 for industry, they want to see the industry. They want people to work for them. That's why we have the Wilson Works, and we have hiring places you can go on to our website, and definitely go on to Wilson Works website, and that's wilsonworkstn.org. If you have some openings up for your businesses, we would love to talk to you about that as well. So, I mean, they're just all kinds of benefits. Definitely the programs that will be coming back that we haven't had in a while are the Women in the Lead series. So that is provided by Vanderbilt Health. Our Wilson County Young Professionals does really well. And then our nonprofit roundtable. And then the one thing I want to mention today is, and lastly, before maybe we go over the Speedway, is our healthcare roundtable. So we will be helping out with the Wilson County Fair and State Fair. But the Healthcare Roundtable meets quarterly, and they are going to help with the Senior Citizens Night. But our next meeting is June 15th, 2021 from 8:30 in the morning until 9:30 in the morning. So if you are a part of healthcare in our community and you want to test out the roundtable, please stop by and see us, or give Tanya a call, or myself or Andrea. Can't have to thank them all each time. They do everything for us.
And we close out with a reminder of the race at Speedway, the big thing coming up, right?
Yeah, the race at the Speedway will be a lot of fun. This truck event on the 18th. There's lots of tickets available. Call the chamber if you have any questions. You want to make sure that you're purchasing tickets in the way that they get some credit for it, and to find out about where the tailgate is and how the arrangements are for that.
All right, it's good to have you both. You got a last word, or?
No, just when you call and you are interested in the tailgating and the race on Friday, just make sure you mention the Lebanon Wilson Chamber, but we'll have it all over Facebook. And definitely make sure you go on and like us and share everything, and make sure that you like our pages.
All right. Thank you all for being with us today. Jeff Peterson, new chairman of the board for the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce, and Melanie Mentor, our old faithful, here today. Thank you both. We appreciate it. That's it for Wednesday. Join us tomorrow for Coleman & Company. Till then, I wish you a wonderful day.